Good morning everyone, it's Saturday morning. I'm just about to nip up to the office. I haven't been for a few days. I want to check the post, see if anything's come in for me. I have just been updating the software on my phone. I thought it was going to do it overnight, but it didn't. So I've just done that now. Bit of a miserable day today. Bear with me a minute, please. Not easy when I do it with the wrong hand. Here we go. That doesn't feel very cold, which is nice. Watch where I'm going. I don't want to fall in. Nice brisk walk. Feels quite a nice day actually. As I say, it's not cold or anything. There's hardly any wind. Quite pleasant. Well, there were a couple of parcels for me. One I know about, but the other is this one. This is some CRT clothing. It will be a polo shirt that I've ordered and a fleece. I've never had a fleece, and I have wanted one for some while, and they're just trying to make sure everyone is up to date with their clothing and with the current logos on, because a lot of people, volunteers, have got the older logos still. They like to make sure that everyone has got the new logo. I'll probably look at the clothing when I get back, as I want to nip out now. I have just published the video on the census, which is happening tomorrow. But as you know, I've already done mine. Done it in advance. This is awkward. Can't find my keys. There we go. Here I go again. There's a moorhen just running along here on the right. I'm taking the opposite route today. So instead of going straight to Crick, I'm going via Yelvertoft. So I'll go through Yelvertoft village and into Crick from that way. Slow down coming in the village, 30-mile-an-hour limit. Here again. Well, that's soon done. Another good job out the way. Got my paper. That's the main thing. Head back to the marina now. I'll take a longer route as I usually do, just to give the van a run. Although I was out yesterday actually. I went over to Sainsbury's in Rugby, so it did have a good run then, so it doesn't really need it in the same way today. Here we go then. See a couple of boats moored up by Bridge 22. Oh, looks like a hare in the middle of the road. It's running right along the middle of the road. Is it too big for a hare? I think it could be a hare. Very difficult to say actually. Might have been a rabbit, but it was, to my way of thinking, hare-like. Back again. Oh, shut the window. That's it for the moment. Catch up with you later. When I've been out, the first thing that I do when I come back is to wash my hands. I've got quite good at that now. That's still running from last night. I haven't touched it at all since I went to bed. And it's now midday, gone midday. Trying to work out how to cut into it. I think I found a way. Probably easier to cut it than to try and tear off the tape. Here we go. Wow. Did ask for a beanie hat, so it's good to have that. Lovely. And a polo shirt. This should fit because I asked for the same size as I had previously. None Ever Trust logo on the back. And this is the fleece. At first glance it looks big, but I did ask for a larger size than I usually take. But I'll try that on, see how I go. Just bear with me a minute while I do that. It's made by Regatta, which is a very well-known make. It's nicely lined inside. Try the other arm. Alarm has just gone off. Dear. I can't reach my phone at the moment. Sorry about that. Just bear with me 1 minute, please. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, it actually is a good size. There's space in it. The trouble I always have is with zips. Zips and I don't get on too well. So that's nice and easy, straight in. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's also got zipped pockets on it, which is very good. Because if you've got keys or anything like that with you, and you want to, keep them on your person and not leave them in the office, then it's great to have zip pockets. Yep, they're nice and easy. So, very pleased with that. I expect you'd like to see me try on the beanie hat as well. Well, here it is. How do I look? I'm trying to read what this says. This is something new on here. Work together, work. It actually says work together, work safely. I didn't spot that just now. I'm getting very warm, so I'm going to take this off. And take this off as well, I think. Well, it must nearly be lunchtime. And today I'm going to have a cheese top roll. As I said earlier, I went to Sainsbury's yesterday and I got a fresh supply in, so I'm good for cheese top rolls for a few days. You might have noticed that I've been wearing my watch today. For years I didn't wear a watch because I just relied on my mobile phone. But then I realised wearing a watch did have benefits because it wasn't always easy to get your mobile phone out your pocket, particularly when you're travelling and that sort of thing. But having not worn it for weeks, I thought I'll wear it today, and I was surprised because today is the 20th, and when I looked at the date time on here, it was showing the 9th, so it just hadn't moved on. Very strange. I've never known that happen before. I had thought, oh, maybe the watch has stopped, but it hadn't because it was showing the right time. So at least it's going okay. Can you see that? Awkward, isn't it, when you're doing things back to front? And I'm going to put the kettle on now and have some have a cup of tea and some lunch. So I've just got to get my bottle. I keep the water in these bottles, so just makes it easier for me. I don't use the water from the taps. I always have fresh water on the go, so that's the way I do that. I keep my tea bags in these little jars to save getting them from the box, but I need to fill it again because it's empty. Might as well do that now, I suppose, while I'm waiting. Oops. Here I am with my cheese top roll ready to eat and my mug of tea. You might notice this is a bigger mug than what I normally use, and it has an inscription on it: "To the world you are a dad, to our family you are the world." Isn't that lovely? That was given to me by my daughter some years ago, and you've probably spotted the cushion on the sofa which I sit on. Well, I don't sit on the cushion, I sit on the sofa. I'll show you that in a minute as well, because she gave me that a few years ago and it's rather special. So what I'm doing at the moment, today I published the video on the 2021 census, and I'm just looking at some of the comments. The alarm that went off earlier is something that I set periodically. When I publish a video, I like to do a few checks during the day as to how it's performing. I do this so that I know how they perform on different days of the week, different start times and that sort of thing. It just gives me a bit of an insight into my viewers and what they like to see and how quickly they look. It's a very general thing, it's just numbers at this point in time. So many people have looked at it, and there is a special app that shows me if it's number 1 or number 10. The YouTube algorithms or analytics analyze the last 10 videos that you've published, and you can see how well they're performing between 1 and 10, and that sort of carries on. Sometimes I'll do a video and straight away it's number 1, sometimes it's 5. Today's is running at 9th. I didn't think today's would be as popular as quickly. I've found Saturday is not always the best day to publish a video, and I think the topic isn't going to appeal to everyone. So, you know, I accept that the numbers may be down, but in a few days they will no doubt pick up again. But it's interesting, I find it interesting just to do this monitoring so I can gauge responses and how well it's going. So I think I'm going to bite into my into my cheese top roll. And by the way, I do get asked what is inside the roll. Well, inside this one is emmental cheese. I am rather partial to emmental, so I've put a slice of that in here. I'm going to enjoy. It's good. I've already answered some comments this morning, and then I went out, and I'll probably answer a few in a minute and then I'll nip out again, see if I can find those swans, and then I'll come back, and periodically during the day I answer the comments because they just keep coming. So I tend to do it in batches, if you like. I think that's a good way for me to do it. I'm not always available. You know, I could publish a video on Saturday morning and go out for the day, and I wouldn't be able to answer any of them. So at the moment with lockdown, I'm here and I'm able to do it, so that's what I do. I just need to tidy up a bit. I left a bit of a mess here just now. I'll show you this cushion. So this is the cushion. It says the love between father and daughter knows no distance, and it shows the counties of Devon and Somerset. My daughter was in Devon, she still is, and at the time I was living in Taunton in Somerset. I was very pleased with that, I have to say. I've had it a few years now, but a lovely present. Something that you can keep and remember. So yeah, delighted with that I was. I said keep and remember. I meant to say keep and treasure, of course. Keep and treasure. That's what I intend to do with this. Well, it's brightened up quite considerably. The sun has come out. So I'm just going to get myself ready and go out and see if I can find where the swans are nesting. I've just spoken to a moorer along here, and he advises that there are 2 eggs, so it does look as though this might be their permanent nest now. Well, it does look as though they might be settled there now, particularly with 2 eggs having been laid. No doubt there'll be some more in the next few days, and I'll keep an eye on it and report back. I need to tidy the boat a bit, and then I think I might take a look at the crossword. It is Saturday after all. Well, the water is okay. I'll probably top it up again tomorrow. It's between 1/2 and 3/4. I always like to keep it above the 1/2 mark. Here I am again with my trusty crossword. Just about to do the quick crossword. I'm quite warm actually. There's a very slight chill in the breeze, which is quite pleasant. Very, very cloudy today. It's a great shame. Let me show you where the swans are. The swan's nest is just behind these reeds. This is the edge of my boat. Well, I've done a few already. Not so easy, this one. Need to think about it. Having said it was quite pleasant, it is getting a little bit chilly now, but I can see the sun up in the sky behind the clouds. Well, I've finished and the chill is getting worse, so I'm going to put my cap on. Keep my head warm for a moment. Well, I must confess I did have to look up a couple of answers, and I don't know whether I'm totally ignorant or not, but one of the clues was listlessness. And the answer was a 5-letter word ending in I, and I would never have got it. The answer was ennui, E-N-N-U-I. I must confess I've never heard of that. Anyway, I can now start the bigger crossword. Just set that up. Here we are again. I'm not going to bore you with this one like I did last time, so don't worry. I'm going to say bye for now. Catch up with you later. Well, I'm back at the computer going through some of the comments. I'll just refresh the page and see how many more have come in. Oh, it's quite a lot more. Some of them are quite lengthy as well. I need to read those through and consider my answers very carefully, as I'm sure you realise. I am still doing my best to give a proper answer to everyone. It's something I can't get out of the habit. I just feel that if someone has gone to the trouble of commenting, I should respond in a proper way. But there will come a time, particularly when lockdown ends, that there won't be the opportunity, really, the chance to answer quite as fully as I do, and it will just be the old heart sign, I think. But while I can, I will do my best to answer as many as possible. I'm going to have a treat now. I'm going to make myself a cream scone. That in itself is quite interesting. Do you say scone or scone? And I sometimes must get muddled up, but I'm pretty certain I always say scone. Then of course there is the big debate. Does the jam go on first or the cream? Well, let's wait and see what I do. I've got blackcurrant conserve and I've got clotted cream. This is a clotted cream scone. Some have sultanas or raisins in, some have cherries. Oops. I tend to start with the jam first. Oh, this is the way I do it. Oops. Spread it around. I find using a spoon much easier than a knife. Probably haven't got enough on this one, but oops, I'll make do anyway. Put the lid back on that. So this is the Cornish way to actually put the cream on the jam. This cream is actually very soft. And then I just sort of use the back of the spoon to spread it out as best I can. And voila, there we have it. Looking forward to eating this. Just put this away. Right. There they are. This is the bit I don't like, people watching me eat, particularly cream. Gets all in your beard. But I am very careful, so let's see how I get on. Delicious. Very nice indeed. It's funny because I usually buy the ones with raisins or sultanas in, currants, whatever they call them, or cherries. But I often find there's a sort of aftertaste. Whereas these clotted cream scones are really lovely. There's no aftertaste at all. So I'm quite impressed with these. Very good. Well, it's now Saturday evening, coming up towards 7 o'clock. I haven't done any crossword, only the small one. I've not had the chance to look at it yet. I've been studying the TV guide to see if there's anything on that I might like to watch. Saturday evening is a night for chilling out. You want to watch something light-hearted, or at least I do. But there really isn't that much on. There are some shows on which I don't watch, but the sort of fun and laughter type shows that I like to see, no. So I will be studying more closely a bit later what is on, and I'll settle down eventually. I have noticed there is a programme on Grace Kelly actually at 9 o'clock. I used to like watching her, so I will probably take a look at that. That looks well worth watching, and it seems to be a new programme. It's not marked as a repeat, so that is something to look forward to. I'm just lighting a fire. It is a little bit chilly, probably not necessary, but it warms the boat through in a very pleasant way. So I have been doing this recently. Later in the evening I've lit the fire. It burns through the night and the boat is nice when you wake up in the morning. I'm watching the Grace Kelly documentary, which is very interesting. Well, it's now approaching midnight, so I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed being part of my day. As always, take care, look after yourselves, your friends and families. If you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe and click the bell to receive notifications of future videos. Until next time, bye for now.